It took me 3 months to turn these 3 bottles of resin into a Kshatriya. And today, I'm gonna walk you step by step through how to 3D print a model right at home. First, let's break down the cost. So, how much does it actually cost to 3D print a Gundam? For this Kshatriya, I went through almost 3 full bottles of Elegoo water washable resin, about 98 RMB each. Altogether, the total comes out to around 500 RMB for a 1/144 scale Gundam. Now, compared to a regular Bandai kit, that didn't really look like an advantage. But here's the catch. This can actually stand in for a GK resin kit, which usually costs way more. And in terms of detail and accuracy, a 3D printed Gundam easily rivals those older, expensive resin kits. Trust me, starting from scratch and 3D printing your own Gundam is one of the most rewarding ways to build. Every single step adds to a sense of achievement you just can't get from an out-of-the-box kit. As the tutorial video is quite long, you subscribe and save this video before watching, and it could be an ultimate guide when trying to 3D print yourself. For this project, I downloaded data from RQ In terms of design and mesh quality, I think it's the best online right now.
The right way to get it is to subscribe to RQ Mecha on Patreon,
where you can download 1 full model every month.
Once downloaded, you'll need to prep the files in Blender. But don't worry, today we'll only be using 2 very simple functions. Split the master assembly into individual STL files, import the model, switch to edit mode, select the part. At first you'll just see some wireframes selected, but that's fine. Hit the shortcut key L to select the entire part, then P to selection. Now that piece is separated. Some mirrored parts, you'll need to flip yourself. For slicing, I use the free Chitabox Basic. Its very beginner-friendly 20-minute tutorial is enough to learn the basics. After importing the STL files, I noticed the original scale was a bit too large for my printer, so I had to shrink it to 70%. The downside is that panel lines became shallower, so later I had to spend quite a bit of time rescribing them by hand. When placing the parts, follow one rule. Always tilt them to avoid large flat surfaces in one layer. Flat plate parts shouldn't be too steep either, or they'll bend. Keep the detail side facing upward and add supports to the backside. Supports can mostly be generated automatically. Since Gundam parts are light, fine supports are enough and easier to remove later. But make sure to check stress points and add extra supports manually where needed. Finally, set your slicing parameters and export the print file. If you're unsure about the exact settings, just ask your resin supplier. Most of them are happy to guide you in detail.
Everything's ready, we officially start printing the Kshatriya. Resin printing is the standard for detailed figures. But resin is toxic, so I keep my printer out of the living room with a huge exhaust fan. Check out the airflow. If you're printing winter, add a heater, otherwise the resin gets too thick and fails. Saturn 4 Ultra supports Wi-Fi, so uploading model is super convenient. And now, printing begins. For the next several hours, it's just a waiting game. Honestly, every time I remove the parts, I get nervous. My failure rate is still pretty high. Well, one part failed this time, probably because the supports were too thin. Next time, I will add some medium strength ones. For cleaning, I use a vortex cleaner with water for 1 minute. But don't overdo it. Water-washable resin can get surface damage if left too long. Then I remove the supports. Thin ones snap off easily. The downside is they don't always hold the parts during printing. After that, I clean the parts in ultrasonic cleaner with 95% isopropyl alcohol for 2 minutes. Make sure they dry completely before curing, otherwise you'll get white residue. Finally, cure both sides for 4 minutes each. To be honest, my printing journey is less like a clean tutorial and more about sharing the struggles every beginner faces. Next time, we'll move back to the workbench and start working on those freshly printed parts. Compared with Bandai, how hard is it to build a 3D printed Gundam? The biggest advantage of 3D printing is detail. Resin feels totally different from plastic. It's harder, less flexible, and slippery to carve. And more detail doesn't always mean better. Without blank spaces and contrast, the design loses harmony. Bandai kits, on the other hand, looks like a toy at first, but you have to rebuild them and paint them with shading and weathering. Round 1. 3D printing got 1 point difficulty. Bandai Gunpla got 2 points. Even with resin printing, flat parts show layer lines and humid weather causes cracks before sanding. Probably from poor curing and resin absorbing moisture. Support marks also leave tiny holes that show after primer. For repels, I now use UV putty, much easier than super glue mixed with baby powder trick. Meanwhile, Bandai parts, smooth and perfect right out of the box. Round 2, 3D printing got 3 points. Bandai got 0.5 points. Some parts banded. So many tabs had to be sanded to fit. Dry fitting feels just like GK building. Using magnets, brass rods, and blue tack instead of glue. Bandai kits. Seamless fit and zero stress. Round 3. 3D printing got 2 points. Bandai got 0 points. So overall, if Bandai kits are 2.5 points in difficulty, a 3D printed Gundam is around 6 points, almost as hard as GK. Since this is a fixed pose statue, I also built a custom base for stability. For the final base, I use XPS foam board, wooden veneer on the sides, and panel lines on top to match the design. The original base plates bent easily, so I cracked them with AB putty. Using wet plastic sheet, I press the putty flat, trim it half dry, and sand it smooth once cured. Today I share 7 painting tips. Instantly make your Gundam look premium. Always reference the original design and top examples online. The Kshatriya is green, but there are too many kinds of green on models. Alright, so the big question, how do you actually mix a green that looks good? Never use high saturated pure colors straight out of the bottle. Tone them down with black, white, and complementary colors. For the armor green, I mixed 4 Nightworks paints: ochre green, deep ochre green, weathering green, and black. This was my first time with this water-based paint, and it was amazing. Fine pigment, no clogging, strong feel, and no smell. You can clean with tap water. You have various choices of colors, perfect for shading without custom mixing. Tests confirm water-based paint over consistently, even over black or white primers. I went through a lot of tests comparing different shades over and over until finally I landed on a green that I'm happy with. Here's the exact formula I used. Now that the main color is set, The next step is to bring some supporting tones to make the whole scheme pop. For whites, I use 2 light grays for material contrast, and Gundam white for sleeves. For the inner frame, Deck Tan, Royal Grey, and Xeon Grey. For orange parts, Tamai orange plus yellow plus a bit of desert yellow. For metallics, Gaia Premium 07, dark stainless steel, all-clad chrome, and polished brass. For binders and the shoulder joints near the head, the visual focus, I spent extra time on color separation. For masking, I used Campus Cutter for circles, Punch Tool for small dots, masking fluid for rough spots. And then comes the happiest moment, peeling tape. After dozens of hours, every clean reveal feels like a pure joy. Thrusters got a silver base. Then transparent orange, purple, and blue for heat effects. Overlapping colors naturally reduce saturation and add realism. For the sleeves, I used enamel lacquer trick. Spray white lacquer, stamp black, and rub off the raised areas. For paint washing, I use AK enamel products, gentler than Tamiya's and with more colors. CPF for green armor, dark CPF for grays. And finally, after 3 months of work, my 3D printed Kshatriya is complete. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey. I hope you'll try this unique modeling experience yourself. See you in the next project.